The State Department has announced accelerated refugee resettlement processing and expanded visa processing access at overseas consular operations. This is in addition to the substantial humanitarian aid that the U.S. government is providing to Ukrainian citizens fleeing Russia's unwarranted action. Hello viewers, welcome to our U.S. and Canada Immigration News channel. In today's video, we will be bringing to you news updates about the State Department announcing accelerated refugee resettlement processing and expanded visa processing access at overseas consular operations, link mentioned in the description below. If you are interested in this content, watch this video till the end and please support our channel by liking, subscribe and hit the notification bell to get informed each time we upload a new update. The State Department has announced accelerated refugee resettlement processing and expanded visa processing access at overseas consular operations. This is in addition to the substantial humanitarian aid that the U.S. government is providing to Ukrainian citizens fleeing Russia's unwarranted action. We are honored to fulfill President Biden's pledge to welcome 100,000 Ukrainians and others escaping Russian aggression to the United States. According to Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro and Mayorkas, the Ukrainian people continue to suffer enormous tragedy and loss as a result of Putin's unprovoked and unlawful war on their nation. The Department of Homeland Security will continue to give assistance to the Ukrainian people, while also supporting our European partners who have borne the brunt of Russia's savage invasion of Ukraine. Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken stated, "The United States Department of State stands with the people of Ukraine. Through our relationship with the Department of Homeland Security, we will help deliver on the President's vow to welcome 100,000 Ukrainian citizens and others forced to escape their homes in Ukraine." Uniting for Ukraine is a streamlined application process for Ukrainian citizens displaced by Russia's actions to petition for humanitarian parole in the United States. Ukrainians must have lived in Ukraine as of February 11, 2022, have a sponsor in the United States, have completed vaccines and other public health standards, and pass biometric and biographic screening as well as vetting security checks. Through the Uniting for Ukraine process, which will go live on the DHS website on April 25, 2022, US-based individuals and companies can apply to sponsor Ukrainian nationals who have been displaced by Russia's aggression. Ukrainian candidates can be sponsored by any U.S. citizen or individual, including members of non-governmental organizations. Individuals and organizations interested in sponsoring Ukrainian individuals in the United States must declare their financial assistance and pass security background checks to avoid exploitation and abuse. The program will be run by the Department of Homeland Security. Required vaccines and other public health regulations, as well as biographic and biometric screening, vetting, and security checks, will be part of the eligibility requirements. The U.S. strongly urges Ukrainians seeking shelter in the U.S. who do not have or are ineligible for a visa to apply for entrance through Uniting for Ukraine from Europe, as this is the safest and most effective option to seek temporary refuge in the U.S. The U.S. government is collaborating with European allies to guarantee that Ukrainians can meet Uniting for Ukraine's vaccine standards. Ukrainians should not travel to Mexico in order to get access to the U.S. Ukrainians who arrive at land ports of entry in the United States without a valid visa or pre-authorization to travel to the United States through Uniting for Ukraine will be denied entrance and directed to apply through this initiative. In addition to Uniting for Ukraine, the U.S. is launching a series of initiatives aimed at allowing Ukrainian citizens easier access to current legal avenues. The State Department will expand USRAP operations in Europe to provide eligible Ukrainians with more access to refugee resettlement processing under the Lautenberg program, as well as expand referral mechanisms for Ukrainians and others fleeing Russia's war in Ukraine who require permanent resettlement. The U.S. is working with European allies, the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, and non-governmental organizations to identify particularly vulnerable Ukrainian citizens who may be eligible for permanent resettlement. Women and girls, children, elderly people with special needs, members of ethnic and religious minorities, LGBTQI+ people, people with disabilities, medically frail people, and stateless people are among the most vulnerable. The U.S. will expand U.S. resettlement operations in Europe to provide more resources for processing Ukrainian citizens for refugee resettlement under the Lautenberg program. Furthermore, European embassies and consulates are boosting the number of non-immigrant visa appointments as much as feasible and guaranteeing that there is an expedited visa appointment program for people with humanitarian, medical, or other special situations. The U.S. has contributed approximately $300 million in humanitarian aid to provide food, safe drinking water, shelter, and winterization services to displaced Ukrainians. The U.S. is prepared to offer more than $1 billion in additional funds for humanitarian assistance to individuals affected by Russia's war in Ukraine. The Biden-Harris administration remains committed to assisting the people of Ukraine. Our video for today ends here, but please subscribe to our channel to get notified each time we upload a new video and stay tuned for more updates on U.S. and Canada immigration news update. Thanks for watching.